to show you all how easy it is to make delicious chili. The weather has begun to get cool. It's time to get in that kitchen and make some chili that tastes good. Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some ground meat. When you're making chili, you could use ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken. I'm using an 80-20 ground beef, and I'm only gonna make a small batch today. So I just have 1 pound. You're gonna need some oyster crackers, okay, the little teeny tiny ones. You're gonna need a chili seasoning packet, and if you don't choose to use this, in this video, I'm gonna tell you what spices you can use instead of using this. You're gonna need a beautiful sweet Vidalia onion and some bell peppers. I have a green bell pepper. Tomato sauce, your favorite tomato sauce, okay? We have 1 can of chopped tomatoes, and then I have some red kidney beans. You could also use chili beans, so whichever one. We have some salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. Make sure your hands are impeccably clean. Let's make some chili. I hope y'all are having a great day today. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. When is the last time you had some chili that was spectacular? Or if you haven't, you're in for a treat because this recipe is spectacular and you're gonna be able to make it at home, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, my burger is a little bit frozen, but it's okay, we'll work our way through it, right? So now here's what we're gonna do. Let's put some garlic powder, and I'm not gonna be shy with my garlic powder. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of black pepper. Well, actually, I'm gonna put a nice amount of black pepper. All right, and then we'll go in with some salt, and several times you'll see me season. I may even put a pinch or 2 of sugar in here to kind of cut the acidity of the tomato, just like so, okay? If you don't want to use the sugar, you don't have to, but I, like 90% of the times, I'm gonna use some sugar. Okay, so let's get this going. I'm turning this on a medium-high heat, and then we need to get started chopping up some veggies. I'm glad I just caught that. I thought it was great fun. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Anybody in the comment section, let me know, what is your weather like? It's cool. It is cool outside. My goodness. But I tell you what, it's beautiful. So beautiful outside. We're going to chop these down. You can chop them down how you want. Okay, small pieces, medium-sized pieces, just put them in there because it's going to brighten up your recipe and give it delicious flavor, okay? When it comes to the bell peppers, you may not know, but the different color bell peppers have a different flavor. I typically will use the green pepper. I always have green peppers here, but if you have different colors, just know that they give off different flavors, and I think that's super interesting, right? You would think that because it's a bell pepper, no matter what color, they all taste the same. But that's far from the truth, and I think that's really interesting. All right, so because this is small, I'm gonna put the whole thing in. Now, when it comes to the onion, I don't want to overwhelm my recipe with too much onion, but I'm gonna use at least half of it, okay? And we're putting it right in with the burger so that it all can cook together, just like so. Quick and simple. I went ahead and cut my onions off the camera because typically I'll cut the onions. I'll say, y'all have to be right back because my eyes are watering. It didn't even happen. Didn't even happen today. Today's going to be a good day. We'll wait on our meat and vegetables to get nice and cooked. Let's talk about our beans today. Now, you can use what they call chili beans, and on your can it'll say chili beans. They're super delicious, but when I make chili, I like to use these red kidney beans. They're so soft, and they bring a ton of flavor and protein, right? So now, your beans are gonna come in this brine here. I never pour the brine off. It's something about putting this brine into your recipe that makes it nice. It gives a great, it gives a great texture and a taste to your chili. So now, if I'm making a large pot of chili, whether I'm using 2 pounds of meat, I'll use 2 cans. So per pound of meat, I'm going to use 1 can with all of this brine, okay? Just wanted to throw that out there. Don't throw the brine away. It tastes good. Throw in a little bonus recipe for you all while we wait on this. So now, my grandma Lucille, she used to love oyster crackers. If you don't know what they are, they're tiny crackers, right? Little circle pieces. And she would season them. After she would season them, She'll throw them in the oven just for them to bake up and get nice and warm and let that seasoning heat up. And then she'll put them in a Tupperware bowl with a lid on them. You would go over to Grandma's house and you would sit at her table that had a ton of meal and all kinds of stuff on it. It did. It really did. But you would sit there at that bowl and just eat and eat and eat these crackers because they were super delicious. Let me make them for you right now. I was just going to use these to go right on top of the chili because that's, you know, that's how you eat chili. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you right now the whole bag, okay? Oyster crackers, here's what they look like, little tiny pieces. We're gonna take some oil. It's not gonna be a ton of oil. Use what kind of oil you love, okay? I just want to really coat the oil nice and gently onto the crackers, okay? Not a lot. I'll show you how much. Just a tiny drizzle, and then we're gonna go in and, you know, mix that oil. Make sure every piece of cracker has oil on it, okay? That was plenty enough. I've aligned my cookie sheet with a little bit of foil, okay? Yes, beautiful, okay? That little bit of oil goes a long way. It's gonna help for our spices to adhere to our crackers, okay? Watch this. How interesting, Gina. I've showed you guys this before in the past, but I think you might have forgot. And if you're one of those ones that forgot, watch this. This is the ranch powder. You can get it in the little tiny packet. Like it's almost like a little envelope like this, and it'll just say ranch seasoning, okay? But I keep it like this here at the Young's house for a recipe like that. I put some of this ranch on pork chops the other day and baked it, and it was super delicious, right? So that's plenty enough, and now we're going to just get that ranch all over our crackers, and guess what happens next? Well, we're going to put them in the oven just to heat up the crackers and heat up that spice. And listen here, these are going to be some of the best crackers you've ever had. You got to try it. You have to try it. The meat has begun to thaw down, and so I'm going to use my handy smasher here to break the meat down, because when you have chili, you don't want big, huge pieces, right? So take your time to break it down. If you don't have one of these, use the side of your spatula and break that meat down into small pieces. The veggies are cooking up. You could put some fresh garlic in here if you wanted to. Absolutely, you could. So we're aiming to get our vegetables nice and soft. Those onions will begin to get clear in color, which is translucent, and they'll sweeten up a little bit. Beautiful. Be sure to drain your meat and your vegetables here, because you don't want to digest that extra oil, right? I want some breakfast sausage in here with this. You could. Ground breakfast sausage, chorizo, that would be absolutely amazing. So now I went ahead and drained the oil that was in there. It was just a little tiny bit. And now we're going to put the flavor in, okay? We're going to make this whole thing come together and taste good. But remember, I told you all that I was going to tell you what spices that you could use in case you don't want to use this delicious seasoning pack. All right? And you could just get the cheap kind because it always tastes good. At least it tastes good to me. All right, here's the thing. You're going to use chili powder. You're going to use paprika. And you're also going to use cumin. Those three spices, when they come together and you put them into this, you got chili seasoning, and it tastes good. I like these versus using the three spices, but sometimes I'll use those three spices if I ain't got a chili seasoning packet around the house, okay? So paprika, cumin, and chili powder. Quick and simple. All right, so I'm going to put this in. 1 packet per pound, so if you were using 2 pounds, you know the deal, right? Okay, so I'm going to put my chopped tomatoes in, 1 full can for sure. And then I have tomato sauce. Since I'm not using 2 pounds, I don't need all this tomato sauce. But I'm going to use a nice amount, okay? You never want your chili to be too runny. That's like one of the worst things, right? Make sure it's kind of thick. You know, you want it to have some nice texture, but then you don't want it to be thin by using too much sauce, okay? But I'll bring that camera in super close so in the end results you can see the perfect texture that we're looking for when we think chili. Remember I told you I love the brine? I'm putting the brine in. Right with those beans, a full can, that great protein, super soft, and they taste good. Make you some Gina Young style. I promise you're gonna love this recipe. You're gonna say, daggone, that chili tastes good. So now, remember I told you that I'll be putting some sugar in. We're gonna go ahead and put the sugar in now, and really it's just a pinch or two, okay? Uh-oh, I got tomato sauce. Let's put 2 pinches in, not enough to sweeten it. We're not looking for a sweet taste. We're looking for an umami taste. Make them say, ooh, mommy, where'd you get this recipe? Just tell them Gina Young, you got it from Gina Young. All right, so now let's mix it just like so. We're gonna give it a nice taste to see how much salt, pepper, and garlic powder we need to put in. Just tasted it, it needs that extra seasoning. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead now, putting a nice amount of garlic powder on purpose, little tiny bit more salt, not too much, because your loved ones can put their own salt on, right? Just like this. You see our crackers have came out and they got some nice color onto them. Listen, tell your family members, don't be eating all your crackers. You're going to say, I know they're delicious, but don't eat them all. Save some for somebody else. You're going to have to say it because once they taste it, they're not going to be able to stop eating these. I always tell people make 2 bags of these oyster crackers. Okay, so now that I've seasoned, I'm gonna go in and taste. All right, I'm not going for the meat. I just literally wanna taste the sauce to see if it's seasoned to perfection. Listen, that right there, oh my goodness, it tastes so good. You gotta use the sugar. Use the sugar, guys. Question for you. So when you all have chili at your house, do you like to have like sour cream or shredded cheese on the side and your loved ones can put that on top of their chili? How do you serve it? Do you serve it with crackers like we do? My husband likes to put like a pile of fresh onions on top of his and then these crackers. I think that's really interesting. The fresh onions, he puts a pile right on top. To do a close-up so y'all can see that chili. That's the consistency that you're looking for. No thicker than that. Let me see, let me show you. No thicker than this and no thinner. Oh, this is perfect. Make you some Gina Young style. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Tell the world about Gina Young, what I'm doing in this kitchen on a daily basis. We thank you for this meal. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen. Let's taste. We're going to taste right now. I'm going right in. Oh my goodness. Okay, I know it's hot. I'm going to tell you all about it. It tastes so good. Try the recipe.